Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We're all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. Hello and welcome to I Am the Change. I am officially Michelle Simon. I told you guys last year I was getting rid of the Kelly, and I did, and I still have some updating to do on my Facebook. I have 2 accounts and I can't change the second one. I'm not going to say can't. I haven't been able to change the second one or my Instagram or my YouTube yet. So I'm working on it and figuring this stuff out. I just need to sit down and take time to do that. So you guys, I started this in 2019, stating out loud I was breaking up with fear, I was breaking up with shame, and I was breaking up with guilt. And I am starting year 7. So happy New Year to everyone. It's 2025 and I can't believe I survived last year. It was really a tough year, but it ended on a great note, kind of, sort of. Well, I'm not in debilitating pain all day, every day, which is a miracle. However, I went with my dad and my stepmom to Longwood Gardens, which is in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, on New Year's Eve. And it looked like it was going to rain the entire week. And I got these tickets way before Thanksgiving. You can't tell what the weather is going to be like, but they have lights everywhere and gardens, and it's supposed to be more beautiful at night because of the lights. And the weather kept changing except for New Year's Eve, the time that we had. You buy like a time slot. So we had 7:30. And my sister told us if we got there a little bit earlier, they would let us in. It was pouring rain, like pouring buckets raining. And we were pushing my dad in a wheelchair, and we lasted like 15 minutes and turned around and went back. And thank God we did, because when we got back, we were walking to the car, and it started to hail. So we went back in and hid. We laughed a lot, but we couldn't do it. It was just too much. So I think I got home at like 9 o'clock, and I was asleep probably by like 11. So I didn't stay up for the ball to drop, and I get to see videos on YouTube as to what happened. And I've been sharing with you guys. Last week I was telling you about my sober story and how I just celebrated 35 years of continuous sobriety, which is amazing. And I used to not talk about it and I used to not celebrate it because I felt so much shame. And I don't know if I said this in my last video, but why would I celebrate something I should have never have been? And that's how I felt about the disease of alcoholism. And I used to feel like it wasn't a disease, it was an excuse. Like if you had cancer, that would be different. But if you have alcoholism or drug addiction, that's not really a disease because you purposely do it. And really, when you cannot stop yourself, it is a disease. When you're willing to lose everything, your job, your house, your family, and you still do it anyway, that is a sickness. So what I learned is I wasn't a bad person trying to get good. I was a sick person trying to get well. And sickness has an I in it. And usually that's for the isolation. And wellness starts with a we, and that's how we get better, is getting a we, your tribe, getting people that have been through similar experiences to help you. Like people with cancer, help cancer. People who are alcoholics, help alcoholics. People who have been in the military, help people in the military. So it is, it doesn't matter how long anybody went to school for it. I need to hear from the people who actually lived through it. And I am a person who has lived through it and is living a sober life. And now I'm also off of the sugar, flour, and wheat and caffeine, which is a whole nother thing. I cook all of my meals. I juice, which I even have a juicer, and that is hard. And now I'm doing all organic stuff. Mostly, pretty much all organic I'm eating. So I decided for this year, for my New Year's resolution / intention, I thought I was binging. And today I heard I wasn't binging. Binging is like eating everything in sight and not being able to stop. And I am a volumizer, which means I eat larger portions than I'm supposed to. However, I can stop. And not that one is better than the other. It doesn't make me different. It doesn't make me better. It just means that that's what I do. So I'm going to work on trying not to volumize my food. And I'm on abstinent food, which there's so much you can eat. And I was a compulsive weighing myself on the scale every single day, multiple times a day, and seeing that number on that scale either sets my day or ruins my day. And it's funny, not funny. I talked about the scale before. I would be happy if I had diarrhea. I'm like, oh my God, I can eat, yes. It means what I just had before doesn't really count and I can eat more. So I am learning how to eat. And I've been learning for the past 3 years how to eat. And I never learned my whole life. I used to graze all day long. I never had a meal on purpose unless I was meeting for lunch or meeting somebody for dinner. But I didn't have meals on purpose unless I was meeting somebody. I just, if I ate an appetizer, I could have dessert. And I didn't realize these things were harmful to me. I'm still learning, and it is a process. And I'm so happy now that I don't crave sugar anymore. I still love my fruit though, so I do get some sugar. So anyway, so I've been working on, that's my latest thing. I don't think about drinking or using drugs anymore, but I do think about food. And I feel like I never used to think about it like I used to. I didn't obsess over it like I do now because I have to plan it out. I have to plan my meals. I bring them everywhere. A lot of times it's hard to go to a restaurant. It costs so much and I can't even get the food that I want or need. So anyway, that's a big thing for me. And also, you guys have seen me, and I told you last week I had a flare-up with my leg. It just stopped on Monday. That's what happens. And I did take my pain medicine, and I did go to the Mayo Clinic to get off of pain medicine. But there are definitely exceptions to the rule. And when my leg was burning all day, every day for over a week, I took my pain medicine. And when it stopped, I don't need it. But I'm still having chest pain and neck pain and shoulder blade pain from my ulcers ever since I had the endoscopy with the ultrasound. And I did call the doctor. And I'm now taking these Pepto-Bismol tablets, which is helping. But ever since I had that endoscopy, I don't know what happened. It just triggered all of my pain. Even supposedly I'm getting better. So I'm learning as I go and sharing the information with you as I go. I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned, stay safe, and I will see you all next week.